Hi everyone. So today we will have a look on while loop because we have had enough basic foundation on for loop. So today we will have a look on while loop and how it functions. So while loop is not much difference than for loops. There's a small difference, but functionality wise it is somewhat same as for loop, right? So what I will do is I will start. So give me a minute. I will try to do something in the void setup so that you can understand what actually the while loop is doing. So let it be this way. Okay, no problem. I just wanted to give me a minute. Okay, fine. So currently I'm into void setup. So the thing about the while loop is we have one word like this. So while, and we write this open and close bracket, and we open a curly bracket and we close it. So as you already know, like in the if condition or for loops, this opening and closing curly brackets are the areas that are governed by the particular loop. Okay, so this opening and close curly bracket is governed by the while loop. Okay, so what should come within the bracket? So when we see about the for loop, right, we have seen there are three things that comes inside the bracket, right? So initialization, that means I is equal to 0, and the condition, that is I is less than 10, and the condition is the one that is being checked, right? And I plus plus, that means the incrementation. So and I also explained where the things are happening and everything. So if you don't understand, just go and have a look on those series of videos in the for loop and come back. Okay, so but in the while loop it is somewhat similar to only having the condition part of the for loop inside it. So for your understanding, I will write an example for loop, so that will give you some detailed. I is equal to 0. I don't define any variables. I am just writing, so this may give you compile errors because I didn't define the I. So just for some understanding only I do it. Okay, I is less than 10, let's say, and I plus plus. Okay, so in the for loop, if you see the first part, I is 0 is equal to is none other than we are initiating the I, right? Or let's say we are giving a value to the I, right? We are initiating. Then I is less than 10 is the one we are being checked here. Okay, if it is true, the for loop will run, right? If the I is less than 10 is false, the for loop will disappear, right? I mean, for loop will skip. And the I plus plus is the one that is being incremented. And I remember that even to make you understand the functionality, I broke these things as I is 0 should become on top of the for loop, and I is less than 1 should be inside the condition, and I plus plus should be coming in the last line of the for loop. Like that I explained, right? So while loop is somewhat more easy than that, more understandable than that. So I will comment this. So what we do is this I is less than 10 part, the condition is only we write within the while loop, right? So what we do is we write the condition, and if the condition is true, okay, by any means, if the condition becomes true, the while loop will run. So how does the loops run is, from the for loop as well, the loop starts from here and it will go through these whatever the lines you have written line by line, and it will come to the last line of the loop. Okay, and it will come to the end of the curly bracket, and then it will never go to the next line. It will again come here and check whether this condition is true or false. Please remember this flow, guys. It is same as the for loop. If the condition is true, it will again get into the while loop and come until the end of the line. Again, after that, again it will come and check if the condition is true or not. So you can see it is looping within that area, within the while. Here and there it is looping. It is not going on top of that. It is never going out of the loop. It is never going to the line number 8. Okay, it is never. So because until this is true, we are going to rotate within the loop. That is why we are saying it is a loop. Okay, fine. So when it will skip the loop, same as the for loop, by some means, by something you are doing inside this whatever we call loop, okay, while loop, you're doing something, and at the somewhere you are making it false. Okay, so when if it finds there's a false statement here, it will immediately skip the while loop and it will come to the next line. What do they say? If you find a false statement inside the while loop condition, it will skip whatever you have written within these two curly brackets, it will never get into this, and it will come to the next line where my cursor is, right? And it will continue the rest of the coding. Okay, it will never come to this again. Okay, understood? So now you know what happens during true and false. So what you can do is you can write a true here. You can manually even write a true, no problem. Zero problem, right? You can write a true condition here, and then you can write some let's say serial print business. So let's say I will write serial dot begin. You know those things, right? If you don't remember that, go and you have to watch it, right? Serial dot begin. Am I making any mistakes? Like, because I'm not seeing it, the color is not changing. Let's write it with the small letters. Okay, I think that's fine. Serial dot begin. So if it is giving any errors, please have a look on how to write the serial dot begin and change. I think it is correct. I just don't remember also all of a sudden. Okay, no problem. So then here you write serial dot print ln. Okay, so let's say some text. Let's say hi. Okay, write hi. You write this. Okay, so you know this business. So normally whatever we write within the void setup is running only one time. So if you write the void setup, inside the void setup, if you write a serial println hi, it should run only one time, right? But if you upload this code and see, okay, you will see the output is not running only one time. The hi is being printed indefinitely. Okay, it means what you call uncountable number of times hi is being printed. How does it happen? So the thing is, we come here, we start the serial communication, and we see while loop is true or false. Okay, wait, while loop is true. That means we have to get into the while loop. Then we get into the while loop, and we implement what is written in the first line. So line number 6, serial println hi. So we serial println the hi. Okay, we serial print the value text hi. Then we will come to the end of the line, end of the while loop, and will we go to the next line, line number 9? No, we will come again and see whether there is a false here. So here we have manually passed the value true, no? So there's no chance it becomes false again. So if you are passing a variable and if you are making the variable false somewhere inside the while loop, then there's a possibility this becomes false because you are passing the variable here. But here you are passing the true condition itself. So it is always true. There's no ways to change it as false. Change it as false. So again, this get into the while loop and print the hi. So please remember, guys. So once it is getting into the while loop and finish the works, again it comes and check and make sure whether it is false or not. If it is false only, it skips and go to the line number 9. If it is not false and if it is true, it will again get into the while loop and keep looping within that. So here we are passing the true itself. There's no way. So it keeps looping here. There's no way it changes to false. Okay, because true itself is here. We can't change it to false. So what happens is it keeps looping. So even if you are in the void setup, there's a while loop that is continuously running, looping, and it is printing the hi value. So hi will be indefinitely printed. You understand, guys? So try, if you don't understand, try to watch it again and try to get the full idea. So this is the basic of the while loop. So we will go to the next step in the while loop in the next video, because there's a lot you can study in the while loop. There's a lot of things you can, lot of places you have to use your programming technique of the while loop, right, for achieving many scenarios. So focus on this. So try to completely understand this. So in the next video we will see how we can play around the while loop, how we can make it false somewhere and change blah blah blah, and how we can use it as a for loop as well, we can see. Okay, so that's all, guys. I will meet you in another video. Until then, bye. Consider subscribing us. Have a great day ahead, guys.